Welcome to Financing the American Dream. I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and today we're taking you all across the country to show you the best of real estate, lifestyle, and culture. You're gonna love the stories we have to share today. Let's get this show started right now.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
I got it.
These are stories for you and by you.
Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm Barry Habib at MBS Highway, and today I'm in beautiful West Palm Beach. I'm downtown at the Square, where people come for great food, great shopping, and beautiful weather. That's what's on their minds when they're here. But I'll tell you what's on the minds of a lot of Americans around the country right now. That's inflation. We've seen inflation go from below 2% to over 7%. That's causing pain as things cost more to buy. It's rising faster than wages are. Now, our Fed chair, Jerome Powell, has thought this would be transitory. He's admitted that he made a mistake there, so now the Fed has to take action. What do they say they're going to do? Well, they're going to slow down their purchases of mortgage-backed securities. That could affect mortgage rates. We'll talk about that. But in addition to that, what they said they're going to do is they're going to start hiking rates. And that's important because that could affect housing, it could affect mortgage rates, it could affect the stock market and the overall economy. Now, it might not have the same result as you could think because when the Fed hikes rates, most people think mortgage rates would go up. Let's take a look at some history. Fed Chair Arthur Burns, back in the 1970s, he let inflation go from 7%, already high, to 14%. That made mortgage rates go from 12 to 18%. Wow. But you know what? Then Paul Volcker came in. He hiked rates from 11 to 20%. And guess what? Inflation came down from 14% to 5%, and because inflation came down, mortgage rates came down. So what can we expect now with Jerome Powell and the Fed? If they make good on their promise of hiking rates, here's what we see. We see the stock market having a tough time, but we also see mortgage rates coming down, and that's good news. How about housing? Do you know in all these scenarios, housing did well? And we anticipate, because of the strong demand, tight inventory, and low interest rate environment, that housing is going to be a great opportunity. Now, speaking of opportunities, there's so many around the country, and what you'll be able to do right now is watch some of the top pros in mortgage and real estate take you around and show you the great lifestyles and opportunities that exist today.
Meet me out in Uptown City where the storm said you wanna go downtown, so blushing on the low. Don't care where we end up, tell me where to go. They're cheering in the background, yelling, here we go.
You know, when people think about the Silicon Valley of California, a lot of times their minds go to big skyscrapers, giant cities, sprawling campuses, and technology. But at the southern edge of Silicon Valley in Santa Clara County is a beautiful little town called Morgan Hill, California. That's where I am right now, in the heart of Morgan Hill at their Community Cultural Center. You see this beautiful amphitheater behind me, and we're going to walk through this amazing building. I'm excited to share with you what's special about Morgan Hill, California. My name is Jason Stebbins, and I'll be your host for this episode of Financing the American Dream. It's grown up a lot here in Morgan Hill, and 20 years ago they built this beautiful building, the Community Cultural Center. 20 years old, serving the community with music festivals, for weddings, for charity events, all kinds of things designed in the heart of Morgan Hill. We're going to step inside and check out the El Toro room. Let's go in and check it out and see what it is. I'm in the Community Cultural Center. I'm in the El Toro room, one of the many rooms inside this great building, named after one of the great hills here in Morgan Hill, the El Toro Hill. This is a room that's used for all kinds of things, and the building itself serves the community right in the heart of downtown. Anybody in the community can reserve time and space here. It's a great facility. We're gonna do a little walk around too and check it out. Come on. Hey everyone, I am here with Dave Klink. He is the managing broker of Remax Realty Partners, and that's right here in Morgan Hill, where Dave and I both grew up. We both went to the same high school, and we've both been here a long time. But Dave, you decided to stay, and you raised your family here, kept your family here. What kept you in Morgan Hill?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we both experienced it as kids and know what a special place it is. There's a lot of great things, really a good sense of community. It's got that small town feel. We're close enough to the cities for all those big city amenities, but we're far enough away that we don't get the traffic and congestion and the crime. It's really a safe community and a great place to raise a family, so I'm happy to be here.
Now, you talk to a lot of buyers, I'm sure, who find their way down to Morgan Hill from the northern part of Silicon Valley. What drags them down this way? What brings them to Morgan Hill?
Well, I think first and foremost is affordability. It's 20 to 30+% cheaper here in Morgan Hill than it is just to the north. So big thing is affordability, but also people come down and visit Morgan Hill. We have a lot of great events. We've got a great downtown, and people just kind of fall in love with that sense of community, the small town feel that you just don't get a lot of other places. It's really a special place.
Yeah. Speaking of special places, we are in Jackson Oaks, which is kind of one of the most special parts of Morgan Hill neighborhood-wise. So tell us a little bit about Jackson Oaks.
Yeah, I mean, this has always been, I know since we were kids, a really desirable place, kind of the place to be. It's up here in the foothills above Morgan Hill, so you get great views of the valley. The city lights at night are pretty impressive. So a lot of unique properties, a lot of unique houses, but really a special place, very, very popular here in town.
Yeah, speaking of unique properties, this beautiful home that we're here visiting today, your team just recently sold this place, so tell us about this house.
Yeah, it's a nice one. As you can see, it's got the great views, as most of these houses up here do. 4,000 square foot house, 5 bedrooms, really a lot of nice upgraded features. It's a nice one, so I'm excited for you to take a look.
Right on. Thank you so much for visiting Morgan Hill. This southern part of Silicon Valley town is amazing. I, of course, grew up here, so I love it. Thanks for taking a walk with me through the community center. Thanks for visiting us in this beautiful Jackson Oaks home. We just scratched the surface of what Morgan Hill has to offer, so we'll be seeing you again on Financing the American Dream. I'm your host, Jason Stebbins. Take care.
Welcome to another episode of Financing the American Dream in San Diego. I am your host, Jason Wood. Today we have a really exciting location for us, the iconic Kansas City barbecue. Most of you know it as the scene from Top Gun, the bar scene where they played the piano. And today we're gonna meet with the owners and top real estate agent Woody Henderson, who's also a naval aviator. Woody,
hey.
Great to see you, man.
Yeah, great to see you. What a great location.
Let's go check this place out, man. This is awesome.
All right.
We're here with Martin and Cindy Blair, owners of Kansas City Barbecue. Thank you guys so much for having us.
Our pleasure. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, I mean, this is an iconic place, not only because of the movie, but there's a lot of history involved in this building and the whole Kansas City barbecue. So tell us about the history of this place. How did it come to be?
This building has been here since the 1940s. It was a bail bonds building adjacent to the police headquarters. We took it over in 1983. It just looked like a barbecue joint, like we're used to from the Midwest, and we missed barbecue like we were used to. We're a collage of things that everybody brings in with so much military history. We've got a big collection of first responder badges, got a big collection of Navy hats, and then, of course, Top Gun happened.
Tell us a little bit about when the movie came. Like, how did that all work, and what was it like having the crew here and the actors and all that stuff?
Well, it was fun and unique. This was in 1985, in July of '85, and we had only been open a little less than 2 years, and they approached us and said they were doing some filming over at the Seaport Village, and they were looking for a bar scene, and so they approached and said, would you be willing to close down for a day to film the shot here? Saw the piano here, which we had brought from the Midwest, and they rewrote the scene around the piano.
Oh, cool.
Which was supposed to be totally different. And so then they came back and filmed the last scene of the movie here.
That's great. Well, you guys, thank you so much for having us here and for all you do for the military community. We're blessed to have an opportunity to meet you and be at this location. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. That's great.
All that talk flying out of your mouth. It's time to put your money where your words fall out. Show me what you're talking.
All right, so we're at the Bob Hope Memorial in San Diego in front of the USS Midway Museum, which used to be an active duty aircraft carrier. And Woody, you used to land on that aircraft carrier.
We've landed on that aircraft carrier quite a few times. I was stationed in Japan, the Midway was stationed in Japan, and we flew on and off of it quite a bit.
Yeah, and it's so cool, you know, being in this military town to have so much military influence. But you and I both serving in that military community on the real estate side, you know, have made it our mission to help our military members really acquire real estate. And so tell me what's so important for them in buying real estate versus, you know, living on base where it's easy.
When you purchase a home of your own, you're creating wealth and you're creating generational wealth. Many of our service members, they receive their allowance for housing and then they may choose the easy way out. Let me go live in base housing or go rent a place. Well, really, they're giving up a tremendous benefit. The government is really in a position to help them pay for a house and help them buy a house. The average home across America has appreciated by $57,000 in the past year. Here in San Diego, the median price is up by $109,000.
Wow.
Our service members, our veterans really need to invest in their own financial future and at least own the roof over their own heads.
The great part about it is there's no down payment required. The qualifying terms are much easier than most other mortgage products, and you get lower interest rates.
Lower interest rates, yeah, that's great.
So
that's great.
It's a huge tool in creating wealth and one that only people like us and active duty service members have access to.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, home ownership. Home ownership has become for many the American dream, but I don't know if they've ever taught us in class, not in any class I took growing up, on how to do it and how to win and what are they looking for and what if I don't have everything they're looking for? Is there still help? Today's episode's all about that. It's all about this organization, Hero, that's come together to help those underserved to win the houses they qualify to buy. Today's an amazing episode. I'm so glad you're here today. I'm your host, Scott Griffin. Let's get started. Come on. Kevin, I love what you and your mission is doing for consumers everywhere. You're making a difference. You're empowering home ownership through education, through research. What motivated you to create Hero, to create such a difference, well, for consumers to win the houses they fall in love with?
Well, Scott, if you look at what's happening today, the housing gap between the different ethnic groups is actually growing. In 2004, HUD had a study that showed that wealth accumulation only happens through housing in low-income and moderate-income areas. And if you want economic stability and social stability, you need to have equality in wealth. And the only way to do that is through housing. So we want to help these low-income and minority communities become homeowners.
I love it, Kevin. I love it, and I love what you're saying because it's true. May I ask, Kevin, as we're visualizing the opportunities to help Americans throughout America win these homes, what will you be doing to empower them?
But the problem is there isn't a system that's really set up to help these people. What happens now is a buyer looks at a home, he goes to a lender to try and get a mortgage, and he gets rejected. So now it's harder than if we somehow say, hey, look, you're a little bit shy of getting a loan right now. Why don't we help you get over that finish line?
Hero's goal is to align consumers to win the homes they fall in love with. All consumers.
Yeah, we're looking at this and going, the average home buyer doesn't know there's these HUD certified counselors out there.
At all.
And,
No.
and they don't know if they need one. And they don't know until they're rejected.
Yes.
And we want the loan officers to realize, hey, look, I don't have to lose this loan. I can help them.
I can help them. I can help them get that guidance, that direction. And what I even love, Kevin, you've taught me, is not just counseling you're going to give this consumer access to getting. Maybe there'll even be dollars.
Absolutely.
Maybe there'll even be grant dollars to assist them to maybe offset debt.
And oftentimes in these communities, it's just, hey, a guy has a little bit more debt, and that stops him from getting a home loan. Well, that shouldn't happen.
Yes.
That shouldn't happen today. The wealth that's accumulated through home ownership in these areas is generational wealth. If we can close the housing gap, we can make a real difference in America.
I love it, Kevin. Your mission is powerful. I'm so grateful your passion led you down the path and created home ownership equality research organization HERO. And you're everywhere. Your home ownership equality.org is where you'll find Kevin online and the HERO organization, making such a difference for lending, making a difference for communities, and making us, well, a little bit more beautiful tomorrow. Kevin, you're amazing. Thank you.
Scott. Thank you, Scott.
And thank you for joining us here today. I'm your host, Scott Griffin, along with Kevin Golden of HERO, wishing you great successes in the life you're living. Until next time, bye.
Hi, I'm Roger McGuire, and welcome to another episode of Financing the American Dream. Today, we're at one of my favorite cities on the Gulf Coast of Florida, Clearwater Beach. We're gonna go meet Brenda Bianchi, and she's gonna tell us what makes Clearwater so amazing. She's a rock star realtor in the area, and then we're gonna head over to one of our favorite places to eat, Frenchie's Rockaway Grill. Let's go see Brenda. Hey, I'm Roger McGuire, and I'm joined by Brenda Bianchi. She is the broker-owner of Bianchi Realty and Property Management. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Glad to.
Well, we are in one of my favorite places, Clearwater Beach. You are the expert here. Tell us a little bit about why Clearwater Beach is so amazing.
Oh my goodness, Clearwater Beach is one of the best white sand beaches in all of America, and we attract visitors year-round because of our beautiful weather. Clearwater Beach has so much to offer. We have biking, we have dolphin watching, we have parasailing, fishing. There's a ton of festivals also. So we have the Jazz Festival, we have the Chalk Art Festival, and then they have the White Sands Festival. So 11 sculptures will come in and fill up a 21,000 square foot tent with these sculptures, and this money helps the community.
So this is awesome. And Clearwater is not just a great place to visit, it's also a great place to live. Who do you see moving to Clearwater?
Well, you know, the residents here, a lot of them do own their own homes because we have a urban suburban feel. So we attract both young professionals and retirees. A lot of people will buy their investment property now at today's rates and prices, and then they will rent them out as an Airbnb or an annual rental until they're ready to move here.
That's so cool. So we're in paradise on a beautiful beach, but one of my favorite things to do here is eat. So where do we go, Brenda?
Mine too, and my favorite place is Frenchie's. It attracts both the locals and the visitors, and look at this amazing view.
That's awesome. Let's get over there.
Okay. Hi, Chris.
How are you?
Good to see you, man.
See you.
Thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming by.
So we're here at Frenchie's Rockaway Grill, Brenda's favorite place to take families that are thinking of moving to Clearwater Beach. Chris is the general manager here. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for coming by.
So this place is awesome. Tell us a little bit about Frenchie's.
Frenchie's opened the original cafe right around the corner in 1981. He and his partner, they kind of scraped some cash together. They'd been in the industry for a while, opened the original with the idea of having a place for locals, not just a tourist trap. This was the third Frenchie's. There's now 4 on Clearwater Beach, as well as a motel, gift shop. We have a paddleboard company. We have jet ski rentals right out on the beach, boat docks on the Intercoastal where they bring the fish in daily.
That's awesome. And why do you find people come to Clearwater Beach?
Clearwater Beach is a great spot. It's a family spot, kind of a one-stop shop for everything you want to do with the family.
Perfect. And why Frenchie's?
Frenchie's is kind of famous for grouper sandwiches, she crab soup, garlic crab fries. A lot of it's stuff that maybe we found at other places and tweaked the recipe and kind of perfected. We try to maintain consistency, and it's not just beach food, it's fresh seafood. There's a lot of thought that goes into the preparation, the quality, the ingredients. It's a little bit of something for everybody.
Awesome. And Brenda and I talked a lot about festivals before. You guys throw on a pretty good party here. Tell us about that.
We do. Every October, after stone crab season starts on the 15th, usually the following weekend, we do kind of a kickoff party that weekend. We offer the stone crab at more or less our cost. We do a block party usually in front of the original cafe, which is live music, and they block off the whole street, and it's just a nice time for everybody to come, kick off the season.
That's awesome. Chris, I greatly appreciate the time, man.
Thank you.
It's awesome meeting you.
Nice talking to you.
Likewise.
Take care.
Thank you, Brenda and Chris. I appreciate you taking the time to showing us why Clearwater Beach is so amazing. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time on Financing the American Dream.
Welcome to Financing the American Dream. I know times have been challenging, but I just want to let you know, keep faith, because it is going to get better. I just want to talk to you about, we're in the Antelope Valley, and I want to tell you how I moved here. Back in 1997, I moved here, and in 2001, I married Ty Godey. Well, the Godeys settled here in the middle of 1800s, and so they came over in their wagon, and that's why they called it Godey Hill Road. The Godeys also established Godey Estates. So therefore, it just has been a wonderful place for me to live. So today we're on Lancaster Boulevard, and we're gonna go across the street to see Lucky Luke's and talk to my friend Samantha, who is the owner, and she's gonna tell us all the wonderful things about Lucky Luke. Let's go see Samantha. Okay, so we are here with co-owner Samantha Schmidt. So tell us, how many Lucky Luke's do you guys own?
We just opened up our third location in 2021.
Awesome. So the one in Palmdale, we're going to be having our cornhole tournament for Women Council Realtors. You are on the board, so tell us a little bit about the Children's Center.
The Children's Center is a local organization. We help children and families in need. I've been on the board for 7 years. You have donated your time so generously in the past, so thank you for that. Currently, right now, the Children's Center is doing a shoe drive. So if you bring a pair of easily used shoes, like nice looking shoes, you get 50% off of a beer.
Okay, so tell us about a special that you have that is yummy. I just had a hamburger yesterday, it was so good. So tell us what you have for this month.
Definitely our #1 sellers are Cali Classic Burger, cheeseburger, stout glazed onions, tomato, lettuce, pickles, special sauce, and it's just perfection.
That's awesome. We are here with Andres, owner of Rio
Latin Bistro, located on Lancaster, California.
I want you to tell us, one, how long have you been here?
I've been here for 7 years. Crazy or not, we started as a Brazilian restaurant, and now we're adding some nice fusion Latin movements. Food from Argentina, Cuba, Brazil, Colombia, a little bit of everything to give you a nice experience in your food experience.
You're doing catering.
Yes, our company specializes in caterings. We do many types of caterings. Normally we're known for doing above 10 caterings per weekend, but so we're really excited. And our food, even though it's Latin, we specialize also in international cuisine. So we have, for example, Italian, Mediterranean, in Spanish, and then you name it, we can pretty much create it. We have top chefs that can actually do a nice food tasting for you guys, and then create your special event, a nice experience.
Well, I just tasted the wonderful drink that your bartender made for me.
Yes.
It is fabulous. You guys, we're going to show it later. And so I'm also excited that, I'm going to have you cater all my events in the future.
I'll take care of you guys. And any type of food. And then, like I said, the sky is the limit. So you tell me you want this with that, and we'll make it happen for sure.
So you are a dancer, but you're also a professional ballroom dancer.
Yes.
So we're going to show you what he does for ballroom dancing, you guys. Stay tuned. Here we go, right?
Yes.
Thank you again for joining us in the Antelope Valley. I'm your host, Gabriella Godey, Financing the American Dream. Until the next one.
Hey everyone, Sally Vance here, your host of Financing the American Dream here in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. I love to describe this town as a boutique Key West, and one of my clients actually told me that there are 157 bars in a 2-mile radius of this little town. I'm actually standing at the end of Flagler Avenue. This is kind of the world famous arch here, and it leads into a beach that you can actually drive your car right on. I want to tell you about how this town is actually my American dream. So I'm going to take you, introduce you to a realtor friend of mine, and we're going to check out amazing listing that she just put on the market. So it's that true country lifestyle. So I am here with Carrie Ann Johnston, broker and owner of Local Living Realty Group. Her and her team are our favorites to work with as the lender because they truly are locals and they understand the ins and outs of this unique community.
My passion really came from being born and raised in New Smyrna Beach, and I wanted to be an active member of the community, encourage my agents to be an active member of the community, and keep the amazing small town charm that this town has to offer.
Absolutely, and we're actually going to go see your brand new listing that has a ton of charm. I can't wait to see it. Let's go. I am here outside of Carrie Ann's amazing farmhouse listing.
Hi.
Hey, good to see you.
Come on in.
All right, let's go.
Welcome to 435 Spring Forest Drive in New Smyrna Beach, offering over 12,000 total square feet. You also get a lot more here than you do on beachside. You're getting multiple custom outbuildings, such as a 60 by 60 workshop, 6-car garage, a pool bar, also a game room. You're getting a resort style pool, a brand new barn.
I can tell that it is not your average farmhouse renovation, especially built in 1990. This place looks brand new.
All of the major systems were either redesigned or upgraded, but most importantly, they really focused on the aesthetic details like the custom wood cabinetry, wall-to-ceiling shiplap.
I've been doing mortgages now 20 years, so we love to be able to coach those buyers on their most important investment, which is that home.
We love working with Cross Country Mortgage really because you focus on providing value to your customers and educating them with every step along the way. I really love that you use tools that show the buyers whether or not they're making a good investment for themselves.
And it's wonderful to work with a team member on that, in that transaction with a realtor like you and your team.
Real estate in New Smyrna Beach is not always fun and games, but it is when you get to spend time and hang out at a place like this.
As you know, this is a really cool town, so why don't we run to Canal Street, meet some friends, and show them New Smyrna a little bit.
Let's get rolling.
All right, let's go. Let's take one more shot. So we are here at Canal Street, which is actually on mainland New Smyrna, and this is where most of the locals love to come on their weekends and hang out.
I also like coming early in the morning on Saturdays. They have the wonderful farmers market. It's starting 7 a.m. here every week.
They also do a craft beer walk every month and all sorts of other really cool coastal events. We're actually here at the brewery, which is essentially our cheers bar here for the locals. We all love to go grab a beer and hang out with our friends. Come on in. So thank you for joining us today here in New Smyrna Beach. I am now here with some of my team. We are gonna enjoy our beers, but next time we will be showing off more of this amazing city. I am Sally Vance with Cross Country Mortgage, captain of Team Wonder Women, and we are here in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Thanks for joining us.
Cheers.
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 Hope you enjoyed today's episode of Financing the American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. And don't forget, you can follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. Until next time, cheers to your American Dream.